guys, what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. We're in Phoenix, Arizona for a very, very big Lexus event, and it's all because of this SUV right here. This is it. This is the all-new, totally redesigned 2022 NX 350. But before we get into this luxury compact SUV from Lexus, let's talk about what's going on here. Luxury SUV sales are on fire. Yes, SUVs are just dominating the segment year after year, but there's been substantial growth when it comes to luxury SUVs. Now, the great news is Lexus, which is that iconic Japanese brand, been around since 1989, they are not shying away from sedans. They're even not shying away from naturally V8 horsepower in vehicles like the RCF and the new IS 500 F Sport. But of course, they're putting a lot of attention into their compact SUV. So this is sitting on that new global architecture. We got totally new sheet metal, we got totally new features and power plant options and technology on top of that. So what I want to find out is this new 2022 NX 350, is it the one to get over another iconic Japanese brand, another hot competitor, that 2022 refresh and updated Acura RDX? So let's go ahead. We got a caviar black color. Let's dive into this NX 350 and see if we can find out. Right off the bat, the styling, totally new for 2022. And like I said, sitting on that new chassis, which is gonna give us a little bit larger dimensions, not only to the outside, but also definitely on the inside. Now, this particular one is a 350 luxury trim. So we're gonna be getting some options. Starting at the front of the business, you'll see the whole new headlight design. I love the way Lexus pays attention to style when it comes to the headlights. Look at how everything intersects so sharp and clean into the front fascia. We have those triple beam headlights. That means we got 1, 2, 3 LED headlight beams there with the daytime running lamp. We work our way down, and you do have these large corner air intake areas. The only zonk is that they're not functional. They look good, just not functional on our particular NX 350 luxury trim. You are going to be getting those nice bright LED fog lamps, and I love the way they took a little bit of flat black and integrated it really clean into the rest of the front fascia. Now, as we come across the front end, you're going to get that new spindle grille waterfall design. And I'm really digging on this particular one with the caviar color, which is a sort of like dark gray black metallic finish. You're going to get this gunmetal gray metallic finish on the grille. Really has a nice sparkle to it. And I'm digging the shape of all of the different designs. You'll notice this little bug here. This is optional. This bug does not come standard, but what does come on the luxury trim, you are going to get that forward-facing camera, that iconic Lexus badge, and I really love the touches that they did to the lower portion of the grille. Not only are they functional, those 3 slots, but it gives it a nice extra style instead of just having that wide open mouth grille spindle design. Let me know what you think about the grille. Has Lexus gone in a good direction? It definitely is part of their design philosophy and brand identity, that's for sure. Now, when we get up onto the hood, super clean, super smooth. When we're comparing this to the new RDX, that refresh RDX, obviously you'll be able to tell them apart. Even if you were standing on one of those cacti out there on top of the mountain in the background, you'll be able to tell the difference between an RDX and an NX. But I do like how the NX has that overall feel that it is that small luxury compact SUV, but you could clearly see the changes from the last generation. Night and day difference. When we come around the bend, what are we working with? Wheel and tire setup. So you're gonna get these amazing 20-inch wheels, hand-polished aluminum, that split spoke design all the way around. And if you're wondering, Joe, what's the size of the tire on that rim? This is a 235 on the width, 50 series sidewall, and it comes standard with run flat tires. What that does is it eliminates the need for any kind of spare, and obviously having the 20-inch wheel gives a nice large surface area in here to fill up that fender opening. You get fully ventilated rotors, and if you want a little bit more sport, You could go F Sport with your NX 350, but we have the luxury trim and you're still getting nice ventilated rotors. You'll notice, and I am gonna raise a question mark here. Why are the fenders flat black? So you're gonna have a little bit of flat black around the fender opening. On the luxury trim, I would like to see that painted, but it still blends in pretty clean because of the dark finish of the caviar color. Nice that they didn't stick anything extra on, no fake vents. They didn't go into the J.C. Whitney catalog and put a bunch of ornamental things all over it. Nice and clean style. Now, as we come down the rest of the vehicle, you'll notice that we are gonna get some shiny bright metal work on your mirror caps. Nice design. You got your slim and trim LED turn signals. We got 360-degree cameras, and sticking with the shiny bright metal work, top and bottom, a little bit of a brushed aluminum look to the roof rails. And then you'll also notice that you're gonna get color match door handles. Comparing this to the RDX, a little bit different technology. Look, instead of having an actual door handle, you hit the button and then the door opens. So you're gonna be getting a little bit more technology in this new NX compared to the RDX. And then beauty is obviously gonna be in the eye of the beholder, but really, really unique style that they went with this NX. Now, lower portion, I really like the way that lower sill kind of flares out as we go towards the rear. The biggest news of the day is that did you hear me? All NXs that are 350, the NX 350, are all-wheel drive. So this is an all-wheel drive vehicle, and we're gonna talk about that power plant very soon. Working our way towards the rear, you can see they did a great job on flaring out that metalwork as we get into the rear pillar, into the rear fender, and then I'm liking the tail. The tail on the business is spot on. You're gonna have a nice low roof spoiler. The one zonk obviously is gonna be this wiper. Would be nice to just get that out of the way and just clean it up. But look at this area. Take your focus and stick it right here. Lexus script, no more Lexus badge. I like the script. The LED lighting is so slick on this thing. It's like a 30-weight oil. That's how slick it is. And you got your badging. NX 350, nothing too crazy with the all-wheel drive, and then dropping it like it's hot. Clean style on the back. Nothing meant to look like an exhaust. They give you a little bit of gloss black, which I'm a little curious why they went with the gloss black and not the chrome finish on this luxury trim. But I'm glad that they just, no exhaust tip showing, nothing like that. Super clean style. You do have the fake vent though from that flared out fender when you look on the side here, sort of like up front. So it does match the front, which is nice, but it also matches the front that it's not functional. It is a blocked off fake appearance vent. But why don't we go ahead, enough about the outside, let's pop the hood and see what's the big news with our NX 350. All right guys, under the hood, you do have those hydraulic hood struts. This is all new for 2022. And like the engine cover says, turbo power in your NX 350. So what are we talking about? First of all, very, very tasteful engine cover. Nothing too big, nothing too garbage can lid looking. But what we're looking at is that 2.4 liter inline four turbocharged engine, 275 horsepower, 317 pound-feet of torque. It is mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission, so no CVTs, at least on this NX 350. 0 to 60 in about 6.8 seconds. The vehicle weighs 4,035 pounds. MPGs, 22 in the city, 29 on the highway, 25 combined. If you get the towing package, you could tow up to 2,000 pounds. And like I said, all-wheel drive. Let's compare it to the Acura RDX. Acura RDX, remember, has that 2-liter inline four engine that puts out 272 horsepower. So a little larger displacement in this NX, a little bit more horsepower. You can get all-wheel drive as an option on the RDX. On the NX 350, it comes standard, and then you're comparing 8-speed in here to a 10-speed automatic in the Acura. But why don't we go ahead, let's get to the interior and see what big things are in store for the NX. All right, guys, we're inside this 2022 NX 350. I know you're saying to yourself, well, Joe, tell us the price. I'm ready to pull a trigger one way or the other, RDX or this NX. What is the price on this new NX 350? So starting MSRP is right around $41,500. Obviously, depending on how you option it, will bring that price up. You could go as high as around $49,000. But let's see what you get for the money. To the door panels. Absolutely love the style. Thank you, Lexus. No gloss black. This one has the optional Mark Levinson sound system. So you're going to have that premium sound, well over 1,000 watts of power, 17 speakers. Love that dark wood finish. And then you're going to get the dark red to really allow that color to pop against the black. You'll notice that silver on the door handle. That's the actually, you push that to open up the door. And the door pocket is going to be the zonk. It's on the tighter side. One Annie Ann's pretzel and a bottle of IBC root beer to wash it down. Now going from the door panel to the dash, soft touch material. Love the way they did the style. Much more room in here, but this is really the biggest talking point, the biggest selling point. In your RDX from Acura, you might get your 10-inch infotainment system. Guess what? We're bringing 14 inches. 14 inches of Lexus interface quality and performance. You're going to have navigation, wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, wireless updates. It's got your ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, dual climate control. But wait, I'm not done. They got rid of the trackpad. Everything is touchscreen. You could have different drivers. So you can let people borrow your car. They could set it up for themselves, build a guest mode setup so that they could lock in their seat setting, their presets, and then guess what? When you get back in, you could go back and select you, and everything will go back to the settings so you're not wasting any time or fumbling around. Another thing is you're going to have ambient color in here, over 60 colors from the rainbow. That's more flavors than at Baskin-Robbins, by the way. And then as we keep swiping here, look at how smooth it is. Very fast reacting. Watch this technology. There's something called Hey Lexus. Let me show you. Hey Lexus.
What do you want to do?
Can you raise the temperature a little bit, make it a little warmer?
Setting the driver's seat temperature to 62.
So what she did was, if you notice, this was on low, now it's on 61. I know she said technically 62, but all of the controls that you do with your fingers on the screen, you could do Hey Lexus and have it all adjusted. Watch this. Hey Lexus.
Sorry, I'm having trouble understanding you.
That's okay. She's not the only one to have that problem, but we're gonna show you one more feature here. Hey Lexus. Hey Lexus.
What do you want to do?
Turn on wipers.
Turning on windshield wipers.
And as you can see, windshield wipers turn on. So even things that maybe aren't normally in the infotainment system, you could do with this whole setup. That's the new technology that they're bringing. Working our way down, I love the clear graphics. I like the way they have knobs for everything, plus the touch screen. You work your way down, we got more red, just a little bit of gloss black. You have your little atomic fireball tray, USB-C, USB, wireless charging. Open it up. We got felt lining and a 12 volt in there. So you could put your iPhone 47, the gold platinum edition, and it's not going to get scratched, and you could charge it. Close it right up. We got our mode selector knob right here. Easy to get to. I'll show you that when you come to the business side of things. This is going to shift that 8-speed automatic transmission, and then you're going to get your 2 cup holders. I like this flat gray finish that they have. Soft touch material. Open it up for the passenger. You can see all the room that you have in there. You could easily put that trophy that you won on field day for the potato sack race. There is your Lexus key fob. We're technically in car 53. That's what the 53 means. Flip it around. I wish they would have updated the key fob a little bit, especially the buttons, but still looking good. Close it up. The seats, now they look real good. You could go full leather, or there's the new Lex style of material, but I love the two-tone, full electric assist for the passenger and the driver. And guess what? We have the full panoramic sunroof, the optional panoramic sunroof. Slide it all the way back. Look at that. And then nice one touch. But you know what? It's not just about that. get your butt over to the business side of things. I want to show you behind the wheel of this NX 350. Right, guys, out here in the heat in Arizona, I'm feeling good with the seats ventilated, AC on. Let's talk about what you're getting on the business end. You're getting 3 memory seat settings. I like the way the seat controls are very easy to get to. Remember, I'm 6 feet tall. I feel cool as a cucumber in here with the amount of space and with all the technology. Steering wheel is all new for 2022. Love the leather all the way around. Nice stitch work. They even did some simulated stitching, which looks tasteful. I wish it was real stitching on the horn button, but I like the gunmetal flat gray finish. You got paddles to go up and down the 8-speed automatic transmission. We have electric tilting and telescoping steering wheel. And then you have a full new digital gauge cluster. Love the graphics, love the color. Watch when I go into the different modes. Look at that. So we're in sport mode. You get a little bit of red. You could go back to eco. And then, of course, there's normal. Really, really easy to function through. Love the setup. And you got a 10-inch head-up display. So if you're not getting enough information there, you could get all the information from the head-up display. And you got a digital rear-view mirror. But why don't we go ahead, let's get in the back seat and see what your passengers are going to expect when they get back there in the NX. All right, guys, back seat time, and I'm telling you, tons of room back here. Love the color combination, not only the outside, but the inside. You're going to get massive pockets. So this, even being a smaller SUV, is still going to be one of those ones that you'll be able to take your 2 kids on a nice road trip. Put some games back there. Tell them to leave their phones at home. Spend some time with your kids. Not just staring at your phones. And you could have the board games back there. We got heated seats. I don't want heat right now though. And rear AC, and then connectivity. They got you covered. 12 volt, 2 USB-Cs. But you're gonna have those kids leave their games, their phones at home. We have the official Lexus umbrella, just in case, but we're not gonna need that today. I got my own pocket here. You know what I'm gonna put? Some Slim Jims and some Twizzlers, because I'm gonna be hungry and I don't wanna get hangry. As I'm sitting here, feeling great, pull that bad boy down, nice and soft, 2 cup holders. You're gonna be able to keep your family nice and safe because this has the updated Lexus Safety Equipment 3.0 version. Plus, you have that great technology to where the doors can't open if a car is coming or a bicyclist. That's gonna keep everybody safe as well. But why don't we go ahead, let's get in that cargo area and see what we could haul on that next family adventure. All right, guys, time to get in the cargo area. Now, you do have that hands-free operation ability if you have the key fob on you, or just go X marks the spot, hit the button, nice electric assist, comes right up. And what you're gonna have is not only more interior room for your passengers, but also more cargo room. I like the way the loading floor is nice and flat. You're looking at 22.7 cubic feet of space with the seats up. Fold the seats down, you're looking at almost 47 cubic feet of space. On the driver's side, you have a nice area for when you buy that big old jar of mayonnaise, you could just slide that in there so it's not going all around the back of your NX. Plus, there's a 12 volt. There's a 12 volt for camping or tailgating or going to the beach. Nice to have that accessibility. And then on the passenger side, you actually have switch gear to put the seats down electrically. Now, what's cool is you actually could do it electrically or you could do it manually. So let me show you. On the driver's side, we're gonna hit the button once. Watch this. 1, 2, 3, the seat goes down. If you don't wanna do it electrically, you could just do it the good old fashioned way, just like your grandma used to do when she was a little girl. Boom. Now you could go to Costco and forget about the little jar of mayonnaise. Now you could get the 50-gallon drum of mayonnaise. And I like the fact that the floor is almost totally flat all the way forward, which is fantastic, and a nice wide, tall opening as well, especially for trying to get a bicycle back here if that's something that you needed to transport somewhere. But another finish I like is just those little aluminum touches that they put on the rear area here. So as you're pulling things in and out, which is really great. And watch this, you ready? Boom. Cargo storage underneath the floor because we don't have a spare. Now what you could do is, you're ready for that family trip, that road trip you've always wanted to do ever since you were a kid. Load up on all the snacks that you love when you were a kid. The Cheetos, the Pringles, the combos. Just go nuts and fill it up because guess what? Now you're a grown-up and you don't have to answer to anybody. But why don't we go ahead? I got to answer to you. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go on throttle in this new NX 350. All right, guys, we are in this NX 350. First time with the 350, that all new 2.4 liter inline four turbocharged engine. Going through some twisty bits here and really just enjoying the changes that they made. The digital rear view mirror, that massive infotainment system, and all the fine touches. I know what you want, and I'm going to make sure that you get it. We're gonna come to a complete stop here, and we're gonna go on throttle, see how this all-wheel drive compact SUV accelerates. So if you're ready, I'm ready. On throttle, here we go. Nice shifts from the 8-speed. Really good handling too, and we're not in an F-Sport trim. Remember, you go F-Sport, there are gonna be some different dampers and some other chassis work that they do to stiffen things up just a little bit to give you a little bit better handling. But you know what? Even in this standard form with the luxury trim, feeling really connected, feeling really good. Head-up display has so much information that you could select to really tailor the drive exactly the way that you want it. Getting to everything is well within reach, and I think many people around the world are probably rejoicing that there's no more trackpad. Now, the only thing that's going to be a little tricky is just accessing the AC controls, but I really think that if you're just going a steady speed and you're not on a twisty ribbon of road like this one, it's easy to get to and easy to adjust, so not too big of a deal. Plus, you got some knobs, which are great for those easy, simple changes like temperature and the volume control. But really, really nice to go through this area, something different than what we're used to being in flat Florida, and it just allows us to showcase what this new NX is all about. I'm gonna go ahead and put it into manual shift mode. We're gonna use those paddles on the back of the steering wheel. You got a little tiny gear indicator, not only on the dash, but also on the head-up display. If you're ready, I'm ready. On throttle, here we go. Nice shifts. And I don't even have it in sport mode. Right now I'm in normal. I'll go ahead, twist the knob. Love the way the gauges change. And now I'm in sport mode. Let's try that again. I'm actually gonna get over this crest just a little bit here, and then I'll drop it back down. All right, you ready? Here we go. It's like a roller coaster. On throttle, here we go. Nice, getting the power to the ground, fast shifts, smooth shifts, brakes feel great. One downshift, look at that. Back on throttle, here we go. I really, really like how the transmission shifts very, very smoothly using these paddles. Nicely done by Lexus. And of course, they've always been great with their gauges, how they change color and everything when you go into the different modes. Now, of course, if you get an F Sport, you'll be able to go into that Plus mode, especially on the 450H Plus. That allows you to go in that Sport Plus mode. But even in regular Sport mode, feels good, holds the line well, and you're not slipping whatsoever. It's all grip from that all-wheel drive system. Obviously transferring power from the front wheels to the rear, and it really keeps you connected nicely. I mean, look at this, around this bend, flows really great. They've increased the rigidity of the chassis, they've increased the sound deadening material, and you can feel it. Even with the 20-inch wheels, those hand-polished wheels, you're still getting a great ride in here, and there's not a bunch of road noise, which is really nice. Digital rear view mirror really takes out that guessing of what's behind you. It's super clear. The resolution is spot on the money, and the way that they set up the infotainment system, it's very, very smart because it's angled towards the driver just a little bit, and it's just well within reach of everything. Now, comparing this to the RDX, obviously horsepower is close, but it all comes down to gearing from the transmission. I really think it comes down to ultimately what do you like aesthetically, but I think when it comes to interior, this interior seems a little bit more luxurious than the RDX, especially with that massive infotainment system screen and the full digital cluster that you get that's all new in this NX. I'm gonna go ahead and put it back into drive, regular drive mode here, as we're cruising down the road. It's just smooth, comfortable, and quiet. And I'm telling you, you're not waiting for the boost to kick in on that 2.4 liter. It comes in pretty low through the rev range and pulls nicely. So I think they did a really great job with tuning of the 2.4 liter. And you have other options too. You could go hybrid with the 350. Like I said, you could go 450 plus, or you could come in with the NX 250. Nice to have a multitude of different choices, but really feeling good behind the wheel. It's everything I thought it was going to be from the first time I saw the NX. I've always liked the materials that they use. That Mark Levinson sound system sounds great, and the ventilated seats, especially here in Phoenix, are a blessing. But hopefully this gave you a nice overall feel of what this NX 350 is all about. We're going to get back to where it started and wrap this one up. So I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys, it's been another wonderful day here in Arizona. The people are so friendly. The animals, they leave you alone for the most part, as long as you don't try to harm them. I definitely want to thank the whole team at Lexus for being so accommodating, getting us out here to bring this new NX 350 to you. Let me know what you think. Are you going to go with the new NX? Are you going to go with the refresh, not a redesign, but a refresh Acura RDX? Put it in the comment section. I know I have my favorites, but if you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raised Rides family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you, what you could do is click the link in the description, get yourself some Raity's Rise merch. Got to give it up to the queen of the camera. She is doing one heck of a job, no matter what the terrain is, from Detroit to Arizona and right back to Florida again. Thank you, Lori, for all that you do. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.